Wow, part 2 already. Yeah, this is the total earthquakes for the last 7 days, and this is the total number of earthquakes in the last 7 days recorded every week. And of course, here we have the sort of the average line, and you can see from this is that it's quite volatile. The actual readings themselves every week, they go up and down, up and down. You know, they very rarely stay consistent. So this average line really does work a treat to sort of get a general idea of what's going on. And this, you know, it does remind you of a stock market, like a candlestick chart. You know, it goes up and down and up and down like that. So yeah, that's the other chart that we have, that we use. The other one is this one. It's been developed into like a bar chart. And as you can see from the bottom axis here, we got November, September, October. It basically in months. So what happens here is that bear with me a minute, I'll just show you. We take the red alert earthquake readings per week, like these ones here. We take these red ones per week, and then what you do for January, or let's say, or whatever month, is that you would add, let's say you've got, let's just take May as an example. So you'd take 1, 2, 3, 4 readings, add them all together, divide them by 4, or divide them by themselves. If there's 3 readings, then you'll divide it by 3, and that will give you the average. And then here we have, you know, the average in a bar chart, and it's a lot easier to see. So we can see from this a lot that's been going on, you know, since, you know, July of 2014. Like again, I said it was coming down from 20 something areas. So this red line was basically coming up to about here and sort of topping out there. But again, these are average bar charts, so it's not the highest one. Like I said, in May the highest one was 25 at one time, but add them all together and you get the average. But you can obviously see here May is when Saturn passed through us. Oh sorry, we passed between Saturn and the Sun, and we got this big hit, and you can see it from the average line. This is the average line, it's just coloured in red differently. And as you can see, it goes up. So from March, April, and then May we got pinged, June settled down, July, August, and you know, now we're sort of in September. So we're coming back down to a low now. So, you know, I hope I hope that this has given you a bit of an insight, one, into explaining all the charts that we use, and two, for you to understand that, you know, even through a year period, the earthquakes have a trend, like a season, and the years are differently. You know, things change, and the things that change them are the things out there in space. And the purpose of the earthquake, you know, watch for me is, I see the earthquakes as the only real thing to watch, like, you know, the key sign for his coming. Because, you know, I had this discussion this morning with someone, and they said about, you know, oh, see you or might see you in heaven. I was like, well, don't think that God's coming anytime this week, because from looking at the earthquakes we can tell he's not coming, because when he comes, the whole earth will be shaking. I'm not going to go into it now, it's a totally separate video. Actually, I'm going to do a video about it. I could name, I'm not going to say hundreds and thousands, yeah, I'll be realistic with you, I could probably name 10 or maybe a bit less scriptures that tell us that when God's throne, or God passes over us, earth, or comes down, that there's massive earthquakes. Just a quick example. I mean, you've seen it in the resurrection of Jesus Christ when God come down, well, his angels with him, and all the men in white robes, and you know, Israel was scared of earthquakes. I mean, for Israel to be scared of earthquakes today, the whole earth would probably be in bits because they don't get them. So, you know, for God to come, the earth shall shake, and that's why I look at them. I don't see any other. You might get people, they'll tell you, oh, you know, September the 25th or whatever, or September the 28th, that's the time there's going to be a rapture, blah, blah, blah. I say, alright, you know, I'm not going to say, but, you know, I'm not going to say, no, you're wrong, but if the earthquakes start ramping up, then it's on. If the earthquakes don't ramp up, then I can pretty much say that, you know, you're talking a lot of pony like, and it's just fake. So this is the main key for me to watch for his coming, or for the, you know, throne to pass over the first time at least. And you know, you read in the Bible, I mean, if you read it, you'll see where God comes there's always earthquakes. Like I say, I'm not going to go into it because it's quite a long discussion. So I hope this video has helped you in some way. Have a great day. From Pastor Justin Roberts from End of the Age Bible Prophecy. God bless you all. Amen.